Hello lovely people, welcome back to the Open Rose and Theatre Seats channel. I hope you are all well. It's almost Christmas. I'm trying to be Christmassy in my t-shirt, but it's pretty cold in this house, so I'm gonna be quick. But today I thought I would discuss my top 5 shows of 2022 as we are beginning to wrap up this year. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in watching, stick around and let's get into it. So I was gonna make this video anyway because, like I said, I want to start wrapping up the year. I have pretty much one more theatre video in me for the year, which is going to be the whole "this is everything I saw" video, which I always like to do with programmes. There is the possibility of 1, maybe 2 shows left in the year, so I was like, right, get those out of the way, then we'll do like one final video. But I was like, what should I do here? I thought rounding off the year and saying what my top 5, excuse you, Fluff, sorry, my top 5 of the year would be a good one. My friend Emmy, who has various different medias from her blog to her TikTok to an Instagram, all under the name Theatre and Tonic. I actually write for Emmy a little bit. She did a TikTok about it recently and I was like, that is a genius move, let's do it. So I've got 5, kind of 6, of my top 5 for the year. I was like, this is gonna be so easy. I've seen so many shows, but there are some that just stick in your memory. I was like, oh yes, I've got this down, I've got my 5, I'm ready. And then I started scrolling through my list that I keep on my phone of all the shows that I've seen, and I was like, oh, but that one is a good one, oh, but that one's a good one. Emmy actually raised a few and I was like, oh, they're not on my list and they kind of should be. So we had a moment, and we have a top 5. So these are in no order as such. They are just 5 shows that I really enjoyed this year and I feel like I should have the credit in this video. So I'm going to start with the one that's like literally behind me. We have The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, currently playing until the 8th of January in the Gillian Lynne Theatre in London. So I mean, we're not surprised, are we? Sorry, you can see my light. Nobody can be surprised by the fact this is in this list. I have made many a video, even on this channel alone, about this show. I've seen it 3 times. Hang on, have I? Yes, I've seen it 3 times total so far, once on tour, twice in the West End. I'm actually going this week to see it for a 3rd time in the West End, and I'm kind of planning to be there for the closing, which will make it 5 times. You might understand, I love this show. There's something about it for me. The storytelling in it is great. There is actor musicians, there is magic, there is mystery, there is just genius, and the cast are incredible. I've done a whole separate video. I gave you 5 different reasons why you should go and see this show. I love it. I'm dying for there to be a cast recording of this cast. There is a cast recording from a previous production, which isn't the Michael Fentiman version, which you can find on SoundCloud, but it's not quite the same, and I just want to listen to my beloved cast doing their thing. So fingers crossed, like with Amelie, we'll get that at some time in the future, who knows, but I really would like it, and it has to be in my top 5 of this year because I love it. I have programmes, I've got posters. I actually went to the show, got the poster, bish bash bosh, love it. It's an amazing show. I could be here for another 5 minutes. We're not going to, we're trying to rattle through these. Going for a tour show next. My next one that I think is the top 5 of the year is The Cher Show. I've seen this twice. I saw it in its European premiere, which is where the tour started in Leicester at the Curve, and I took myself and my mum for a 2nd time to see it in the Wolverhampton Grand more recently. It is a great show. The music of Cher is brilliantly performed by the cast. There are 3 shares for the price of 1. It's just so good. You can see something different every time you go. You will leave your seats at the end, get up, you will dance. It's a great evening of entertainment, and the 3 shares, Danielle, Millie and Debbie, are just absolutely phenomenal. And yeah, it's a great show. It's just so good, and I don't think the tour has a lot of time left. It's currently on their Christmas break, like many a tour. So whilst they're off, check out where it's going before it finishes. And yeah, it's absolutely brilliant. Love it. Would go daily if I could. Next up is one that I love but I couldn't do daily just because the emotionalness of me during the show. My sons are queer, but what can you do? To say I sobbed during this show is an understatement. I went with a group of friends and we all sobbed. This is just the ultimate, like, you are you and you are great show. It is a one-man show. It is Rob Madge doing their thing, telling their story, done with comedy and class and brilliance and music, and just you will laugh, you will cry, and I love it. I hope next year it gets some other moment to shine because it just needs it. It's a great show and I just hope that it comes back. I'd love it to do a tour personally, but we shall see. But yes, love it, but it did break me. It broke me hard. Next up on my list is this show right here, Choir of Man. I saw it twice this year, once at the, I never remember its name, the Coventry Festival Gardens Theatre. I think that was its name. It was a completely purpose-built area for Coventry for the year because of it being the capital of culture, and I was so grateful that it came to the Midlands. It came somewhere close to me and I had the best time ever seeing it first time round. And then it was announced that it was going to be back in the West End, and I went with 2 friends and had a phenomenal time again. It is just so feel good. It is a short show, so you can be in, out and jiggling it all about by the end of the show. It doesn't have a real story, but everything just flows into each other. Everything is just brilliant about it, and yeah, it's absolutely brilliant to watch. And the other thing I think is brilliant is because of the different alternates slash swings, you never get the same cast twice. You will always get someone different, and I think that's kind of cool. I really enjoy that. It's a bit like watching Six multiple times. You will see different people playing different roles differently. For me, just watching it twice, once in Coventry, once in London, I saw different things. And yeah, it's just an absolutely great show. So feel good, so happy, so joyful. And yeah, I kind of wish that I drank beer just so I could go on the stage, but alas I don't. But Choir of Man is a great ticket. Next up is one of 2, so technically my 5 is 5 and 6. I cheated, okay? It happens. But the last 2 I wanted to mention are 2 shows which I had a thoroughly great time watching, but for me the thing that's kept me in love with them is their music, and they have actually appeared quite a lot on my Spotify over the months since me seeing them, and that's why these 2 have come above others that I could have mentioned, such as Legally Blonde at the Regent's Park Open Air Theatre, and Dreamgirls, and The Colour Purple, and so many more productions that I saw. However, these 2 stuck in my heart and couldn't make me continue to listen to the music, and these are my last 2. Okay, So 5 is 5 and 6. So number 5, part 1 is The Drifter's Girl, which I saw at the Garrick. I only saw the show once, but it has stayed with me ever since. The cast were absolutely amazing. I saw it with Beverly Knight in it. She was chef's kiss amazing, and yeah, it was an absolutely great show. The music has, like I said, remained with me ever since. I listen to at least one song off the cast recording every single day, and I'm very excited that next year it will be on tour, so hopefully I will get a chance to see it again somewhere along the line. Again, I think it's one that I think my mum would really enjoy, so I might take her along when it does do the tour. But yeah, the music in it is absolutely brilliant. The ensemble cast in it was brilliant, and hopefully will be again when they announce the tour cast. And yeah, it was absolutely great, and that is why it's in my top 5, because it's just remained with me since seeing it. And then for the same reason, number 5, part 2, Fisherman's Friend the musical, which I saw at the Alex Theatre. This show, I went in absolutely blind. I knew nothing about the show, nothing about the story. I literally knew nothing, and I sat in my seat and I just got whisked away with the entire show. I was introduced to sea shanties. Hadn't really listened to one of those before, so that was a completely new experience for me. The story is just so lovely. The cast involved in the show is absolutely brilliant too. And yeah, again, the music, although not the music of the show but the music of Fisherman's Friends, has actually become kind of a staple in my life. I am now I am a sea shanties virgin no more. And yeah, I am an avid listener. I again listen to, probably on a daily basis, at least one Fisherman's Friends song. I mean, if you want proof of what I'm talking about in this video and my love for the shows that I've been talking about, my top 22 songs on Spotify, my Spotify Wrapped if you will, is a multitude of Cher Show and Drifter's Girl mixed in with some other classic musical theatre songs and a couple of actual non-musical theatre songs. It's in the minimum that they're not theatre, but I mean, I can out myself and I can just show you. There you go. So yeah, they are my 5/6 top shows from the year. A bumper crop of theatre for the year for me. I am so excited to do my next video where I show you everything that I saw in the past year. Like I said, there is actual possible 1, maybe 2 more shows, maybe 3. Obviously how my bank balance is after the Christmas period. So yeah, I will be doing 1 more theatre video for the year, and after that we will start off again, probably starting back off with a bit more Language in the Wardrobe, because I am obsessed. But there we go, that is my top 5 of the year. Feel free in the comments to tell me yours. Disagree with me wholeheartedly if you will, but do it politely please. I don't mind, as long as you are nice. What does Dan Buckley say? If you can't be nice, be quiet. There we go. Never a true word has been spoken. But there we are. I'm going to leave this video here because I've been rambling long enough, and we need to chill out. I've had a lot of sugar this morning, so you are welcome. But thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in my next one. And yeah, I love you all lots, and I shall see you next time. I nearly forgot my jazz hands. Bye!